In this video on the maniple system utilized by Rome, we will cover exactly how the maniple system functioned. Firstly, who served in the Roman maniples of the Republic? And the answer is any Roman who was able during wartime. A large proportion of the Roman population was eligible for recruitment. Now, how did the Manipular armies of the Roman Republic function? To understand how the Manipular armies functioned, we must first understand that they were divided into 4 groups of soldiers. The Velites were the most inexperienced soldiers and were used for skirmishing. The next were the Herstatii, who were still relatively experienced, but whose role it was to be on the front line and be first into combat. Next followed the Principes, who had joined the fight after the Herstatii had fought for a while, and usually alternated fighting with the Herstatii. The fourth and final group were the Triarie, who were only sent into combat if the situation looked especially dire. They were the greatest elites of Manipular armies and were the most experienced, oldest veterans. The Triarii were so well known as elites that there was even a saying, "Send in the Triarii," which was used by Romans when a situation was looking bad. What were the advantages of a Manipular army? The advantages were that it was very maneuverable, and, unlike other formations of the time, such as the phalanx, could easily adapt to the situation of the battle, along with being able to go over uneven terrain. Another advantage was that the soldiers occupying each role got a rest from battle when the other group was sent in. This arrangement helps morale by giving the soldiers in the individual maniples a rest. Its disadvantages were very few actually. However, if there was a disproportionate amount of Hastati to Triarii, or a disproportionate amount of any of the roles, the army could easily become quite poor. The amount of soldiers in a maniple was also becoming too small as the Republic continued into the late Republic. As such, each single maniple became less meaningful as the size of armies increased. Both of these problems would ultimately lead to the maniples being replaced by the cohort. This has been our video on Roman maniples. For now, valete et ave SPQR!